Okay, Janelle, who'd you talk to? What'd you learn?
All right. I talked to somebody that was a graphic designer. I got him from my brother's friend's brother. He turns out to be a graphic designer. His name is Zach Gonzalez. He went to Texas A&M in Corpus, and he got his associates, but then he left so he can focus more on projects he was doing for bands, for making merch-wise. A few that he did was the Wonder Years. He did a few banners and T-shirts for them. And he also does a lot of local bands, like Stomping on Iris, and also a few of his work has came out in this magazine called Stencil Magazine, and which is pretty cool. He's been doing this for a while, starting from high school. I mean, he got his background from there, taking classes. It was really cool that he got to show me like different equipment for drawing. Like, I was always wondering what kind of tablets you would use to go on graphic designing, and he was showing me, different kinds and brands that you could use and what are the better ones. Also,
what do you recommend?
The webcam.
Webcam.
Yeah, it's like he said the bigger the better, but it's depending on how you know.
Do you know about those? It's really cool. It's like a tablet, but then you use this digital stylus, so then you're actually drawing.
Yeah, on the computer.
On the computer, instead of like a sketchbook, like the thing about a paper sketchbook, but it's computer, digital. Very cool.
So I myself started looking up for one and got myself one so I can try it out, because I already had one previously, but it wasn't as good as his, so it helped too. He showed me, a few questions. It was pretty cool. I had a few questions for on Illustrator, how to do specific things, and he kind of sat down with me and kind of showed me certain things, which is pretty cool that I didn't know about. He also told me that you need to have a tough skin when you go into this kind of business, because, I mean, your job is to fit the needs of the client of what they want, but also a lot of times in negotiating, they're gonna go a different direction, and that's okay, but it could be stressful.
Especially if you're an artist and it's like you think it looks better this way, and they're telling you, oh, we want it this way or this color. And
yeah, you kind of have to shift what they want, and plus what you create for them in your own little way.
Right.
I like that we discussed the pricing of it all, because I was really kind of iffy about it, and he said it could either be hourly, that to charge them for making the design, or you could just do it all together, which is usually $700 to give them the design. Let's see.
So is set price versus an hourly price?
Yeah, I mean, you could do it either or. I mean, and also depending on the size of it, it ranges differently. He says always start high though, and then negotiate your way around. Well, he showed me, he told me that you need to keep updated on your software, which I didn't really understand. I thought it was okay just to get us certain, Illustrator 2.0. But when there is an update, it's important to keep updating, because it also makes you look professional, and it keeps your work, better and crisp. He also told me that you need to know all software, not just Illustrator or Photoshop. You also need to learn, PowerPoint, of course, InDesign, things like that. Make sure you know all types of different, so you can. He also showed me how to T-shirt machine. I mean, you can go on certain sites and they can do it for you, but he has his own little T-shirt, and he has his own merch going called Golden. He makes his own, logos and stuff, and he's trying to sell his stuff out there, which is pretty cool, which is what I wanted to do too, is try to make things not just for bands, but also for musicians and myself.
So how does he sell it?
Well, he goes on big cartel site, and he makes design, puts it up, and
so it's kind of like Cafe Press?
Kind of, yeah. And he also, another difference I can't really remember, he uses. But, the more you get your work out there and, share it with Facebook and people like that, people see, and bands, local bands especially, and, people contact him to make things. And also you can make things yourself. If I want to do Paramore or something, I will make something, and you can show them, offer them to see if they want to buy it from you or not. And if not, but I thought it was pretty cool that I got to see, different. And he had a lot of monitors too. I mean, he said one's fine, but for him, he liked to multitask and do different.
More real estate, the better.
Yeah, and of course, Mac computer would be best for graphic designing because all the programs on there is for.
Yeah.
So yeah, and just talking with him kind of confirmed what I wanted to do, made it more because there's also you can go and do graphic designing for people and logos and companies, but I also wanted to do it just for make myself out there and do work for bands. That's what I wanted to do, merch.
But it sounds like you need to have a business background too, right?
Yeah, I talked about that too. I was like, are you ever going to go back to school? Because he went back to focus more, but he said he wanted to finish, get maybe a bachelor or master's, and then he wanted to do business, which is also what I was thinking, take business classes and maybe get an idea of how to, prepare things better.
And accounting. I mean, I would think, if you're going to have your own small business, you need to know how to do all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.